I wonder.
What do you wonder, Wonder Cat?
I wonder. What's the biggest living thing?
What's the biggest living thing? Well, first, you have to find out what big means.
Big. How can I find that out?
You can find that out by being curious.
Well, all right. I'm thinking about big. I'm bigger than that squirrel, and I'm still growing. But even when I'm all grown up, I won't be as big as that cat.
How is that tiger bigger than you are?
Well, it's longer and sure weighs a lot more.
Tigers are the biggest animals in the cat family. They're the longest and the heaviest.
But I guess you can be the biggest of one kind of animal and still not be the biggest animal.
That's right. The biggest member of the bear family is bigger than the biggest member of the cat family. It weighs more.
But the tiger is longer than the bear. So which one is really the biggest? The one that weighs the most? Or the one that's the longest? I guess big can mean different things.
Good thinking. You see, we don't measure something called bigness. But you can see some of the things we do measure if you look over there.
That's a young elephant. They're finding out how tall it is. And how long it is.
Later they'll measure how big around it is. Now, if we wanted to know which is bigger, this young elephant or this young giraffe, for instance, we'd have a way of comparing them. The young giraffe is bigger in height, it's taller, but a young elephant is bigger in other ways. It's longer, heavier, and bigger around.
And bigger around than I am, too. I'll get bigger, but not as big as a tiger. I mean, not as long or as heavy or as big around.
So now you've discovered that big can mean several things. In this zoo, you can't say which animal is biggest, but you can say, for instance, that the elephant is the heaviest and the giraffe the tallest.
So the elephant and the giraffe are the heaviest and the tallest living things, right?
No. The elephant is the heaviest and the giraffe the tallest here in this zoo.
Oh, then the really biggest living thing must be an animal that isn't in this zoo.
Now you're thinking in the right direction. Keep going. Here's a hint. The elephant and the giraffe are the heaviest and the tallest animals that live on the land.
Oh, I get it. The really biggest living thing doesn't live on the land. So it must live in the water. Probably in the ocean, right?
Right.
I think I know what that must be. A whale.
No animal grows to be heavier or longer than a whale. In any way you can measure big, the whale is the biggest. If you stood the biggest whale on its tail, it would be taller than about 8 giraffes standing on each other's backs. If you put a whale on one end of a giant seesaw, you'd need about 30 elephants on the other end to balance it. The biggest whale is 30 times as heavy as the biggest elephant.
Wow, that's big. Whales are big in all kinds of ways. So now I guess I finally know. Whales are the biggest. I mean, the longest and the heaviest living things there are, right?
Well, not really. You see, you figured out what big means. What you have to do now is think about what living thing means.
A living thing? Well, that's anything that's alive, isn't it?
How do you know something is alive?
Well, it eats and grows, and it'll change.
And what about the seeds that person is planting? Will these flower seeds grow too?
Well, they should, if they're taken care of. They're living things too. That's right, plants are alive too. Flowers are plants, and bushes are plants.
And what about these trees?
Trees? Oh yeah, they're alive, but are they plants?
Yes, trees are plants too, green plants.
Oh sure, I forgot. I know that green plants have roots, stems, and leaves. Trees have leaves like other plants, but do trees have stems?
A tree's trunk is its main stem, and its branches are stems too.
And I can see that a tree has roots. So trees have leaves, stems, and roots, just like other green plants. And trees grow just like other plants do. Trees are living things, just like giraffes are. Are trees the tallest plants?
Yes, they are.
Hey, those trees are taller than the giraffes are. And since those trees live here in the zoo,
That means...
giraffes aren't the tallest living things in the zoo, are they? Trees are.
That's right. Many trees are taller than giraffes. In fact, trees are the tallest living things. And even though these trees grow very tall, evergreen trees, the trees that are green all year round, grow even taller. They're the tallest trees of all.
But what's the biggest evergreen?
Biggest,
Well, tallest.
the tallest evergreens are redwoods.
Wow, those are really tall.
These are called coast redwoods because they grow near the ocean. These redwoods can grow as tall as skyscrapers.
How tall is the tallest one?
The tallest coast redwood tree is taller than 3 whales, or 30 giraffes standing on each other's back.
Wow, that's tall.
Now, these redwoods are almost as tall as the coast redwoods, but they don't grow near the coast. They grow in a mountainous area. They're called Sierra redwoods. Sierra means mountain. While Sierra redwoods aren't quite as tall as the coast redwoods, they have much bigger trunks. And they weigh much more, as much as 10 whales put together.
Wow.
The biggest plants are much bigger in every way than the biggest animals.
So now I know what the biggest, what the tallest and heaviest living thing is. A tree. I wonder how long it'll take me to climb it.